Today we're gonna dye something. Hello everyone, it is 11:11. That was quite amazing timing. Anyway, I'm doing another audio test. Hopefully this one is good. I'm also gonna dye a sweatshirt as the test. In the last two videos on YouTube, I was using polyester fleece underneath of a t-shirt to create bulk so that we could get a flowy ice dye effect, similar to how the Hanes 90-10 sweatshirts look. Those have a reputation of looking really nice when they're ice dyed for the flowy look. So I'm gonna go back to doing one of those sweatshirts, but you don't need to use fleece with it. I've never tried using fleece with it, but I kind of think it would be unnecessary. Now that I'm saying this, I'm like, I should do it for the sake of science, right? That's how we operate around here. For the sake of, why not? If we haven't done it before, we probably should. We should try it. I'll just drop that into the ice. Let me get my sweatshirt from the soda ash bin. It's been in here for a little while. I'm gonna spin it out in the spin dryer. See what size that is. Large. Perfect. This one is going to be a beach theme coloring, so I'll let you know in a second what colors I'm gonna use. It might be a little different than what I've done in the past. All right, here's the sweatshirt. I think for t-shirts, the front needs to be up. But for sweatshirts, I think the front needs to go down. I don't know why, but I think that's just the pattern I've noticed. Maybe we can see what's happening this way. Okay, so it's been soaking in soda ash, spun it out, so it's damp. Then after I put on the dye in the ice, I will sprinkle on a little bit more soda ash so that we can just be sure that the colors will stay as vibrant as possible. Some people are really worried about soda ash burn. I'm not totally convinced that it's a thing. That might be controversial to say, but I don't know. What I am doing right now is grabbing chunks and bringing them up into a peak. This is called, well, it's frequently referred to as tall, deep scrunch. So if you go into a Facebook group and use the term TDS or tall, deep scrunch, you'll get lots of images and posts of other people who have done this. And it's very helpful to go see how it went for them, what they did. Lots of people post pictures that I think are pretty helpful. You can't replace the personal experience of doing it, seeing how it turns out, doing it again, tweaking your process, but it's seeing what other people have done and how their results were definitely gets you started. Okay, my brain is a little fatigued. All right, I think I'm happy with, everything is pretty much the same height. So now I'm gonna move this into one of my bins. I wonder if I should put something else in here to squish it. Maybe I will. I'm gonna see what happens when it's not loose. Okay, so I could have spread all of that out to fit in the basket. I'm gonna put something in there to fill the space, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll use some Legos. I think I do want to have an incline for this one, so I might need a different bin. All right, I'm gonna put the ice on, and then I'm gonna apply dye. Let me think about what colors I'm gonna use for this to be beachy. Definitely, I always use indigo blue, so that one definitely gonna use maybe a tiny bit of lavender. I don't know. It's been too long since I have been dyeing stuff. I don't feel intuitively in touch with the location of all my dye colors. I know that I used amber waves before. Probably wasabi, amber waves, indigo blue. Seafoam? We'll try it. So I'm gonna go with seafoam, wasabi, amber waves, and indigo blue. I'm getting sleepy. All right, let me know what your questions are about tie-dye. If you want to see a tour. Okay, it's looking really crazy in here right now, but I'll clean it up before I do this. We could have a little tour of all the things in a dye space. Kitty is coming. Hi, friend. All right, let's put the ice on. We're gonna have the incline going this way. This is so heavy that my cookie cooling rack is bowing significantly. Okay, it's now the next day and I'm ready to rinse. As I'm looking at this, I am hoping that I used enough dye and ice. It just looks like there's a lot of white spots, so I guess we'll see. I'm pretty excited about this one. It's always hard to tell from just looking at it if it's gonna be good or not, but I have high hopes. So it's been almost 24 hours since I set it all up. Some people like to wait 24 hours after the ice has melted. Doesn't really matter. Well, okay, so if you're using turquoise, that might be the one color that you just can't trick. You're gonna get the best color saturation with turquoise by just waiting a long time. It's still gonna look good if you speed it up with heat, but it does seem like blue turquoise just needs time. Okay, so let me pull this out and see what it looks like. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood. All right, I can't really see much, but I think it might be good. Let's rinse. I miss my sprayer for rinsing, so I might want to get another one. So that was very convenient. All right, I think this is gonna be a good one. I just don't know how good it's gonna be until I get it turned right side out. Let me show you a little sneaky peeky. Here we go. So let's go this way. It's looking so beautiful. You let me know, what do you think? Can this pass as beach themed? I think in person it feels more beachy than it does on the screen, but I really love the way that the ice and dye did their thing this time. I think it looks really lovely. Let me turn it around. All right, what do we think here? I think it looks beautiful. Is this a good balance of white and color? What do you think? I love this dark area. So this occurred from indigo blue and amber waves. I placed the indigo blue in one stripe down what I thought was going to be like closer to one side, but because of the incline, it ended up just being in the middle, but I'm kind of okay with that. I think it looks nice. Let's flip these around. I'm gonna go turn off this light over here. So down here is amber waves. This is indigo blue in this stripe right here. I used that to add some contrast, detail, definition. And then I believe this is wasabi in this section. And up here we have glacier blue and sea foam. I love that the sea foam showed up. Sometimes it feels like I didn't actually use any, but yeah, here's a good example of why I love indigo blue, because it has really nice details. Overall, I really love this sweatshirt, and I hope the person who receives it also does. The cat over here is being silly. Hey, Ozzy. Are you showing off our dead plants? Is that what you're doing? Telling them all of our secrets. You just look like a black fluff ball with eyes. All right, last look at the sweatshirt. This is Hanes, 90% cotton, 10% polyester. But the face, like the exterior, is 100% cotton. The polyester is on the inside. So tag me if you try this so I can see what your results are like.